Hello class, let's talk about our project for this week. For this project, you're going to need a pencil, a ruler, and then just colored pencils. So make sure that you have those things out and then you can kind of draw along with me. So the first thing I want you guys to do for your project is I want you to kind of create a perimeter on your page. So what this means is for your perimeter, these are the lines that you're going to be drawing in. So for your perimeter, I want you to come down about 2 inches from each corner and just make a little dot. So there, there, and there. So with my perimeter dots, basically that means that I'm only going to draw in this little box that I've made for myself because we are going to do something in the background. So we don't want this to take up the whole entire page, but we do want it to be kind of centered and so it looks neat and nice. So after you have your perimeter set out, what you're going to do is you're going to draw a spray can in the left side between these two dots, kind of. So go ahead and start drawing a spray can. All right, let's talk about how to draw a spray can. If you remember from Friday, you guys drew a spray can in your Friday activity. So I'm just going to draw one of those again. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw a circle up here, then 2 parallel lines going down. Then you want to curve out the bottom. Then you kind of want to go over the bottom again with a little, so it's like a little loop kind of. Then you're going to do the same thing with the top. Then you're going to create a dome. Then in this dome, you're going to do another loop up here. Then you can go back in and kind of erase things behind it. So all of this back here, we don't need this. And then we won't need this line back in here. Then you're going to draw a line. And then you're just going to draw a little cylinder. Remember how to draw your forms. And then a dot for the nozzle, and I like to do your graffiti coming out that way. After this, however you would like to design this is totally fine with you. You could just do some layering or some shading. You could go in and do like a little label for your can. You could put words on there. However you want to design it, that is just fine with me. Okay, after you have your spray can, now what you're going to do is you are going to try to fit in your name on into your boundaries. So I'm going to do my last name, or let's do my dog's name. So my dog's name is Tim. So I'm just going to really try to focus on evening it out and really focus on spacing so that it looks really neat and nice. So I'm going to go down, go over. I'm really trying to get this to look neat and nice, and I want to take up almost the full box, but I want to leave about an inch or 2 at the bottom or the top. I'm just going to go over that one more time. You are just going to want to do really, really basic stick letters and do it all in capital. I promise you it will look a lot nicer if it's all in capital letters. It will look a lot better. You really want your spacing to be neat and nice on this, so I have about even space between these. They are lined up at the bottom, they are lined up at the top. Make sure that your artwork doesn't go little to big or big to little. If you have a long name, you can expand it. So you can expand it this way and do littler letters, things like that. But you want to fit your full name into this box, and you want your last letter to be next to your perimeter line here and your spray bottle or your spray can to be on this side of the perimeter. Okay, now that you have your name drawn, what you're going to do is you are going to create some bubble letters. With these bubble letters, you're just basically going to curve around your letters that you already have. With the bubble letters, try to make it as consistent as possible. So you're going to just go around like this. And it's totally fine if they overlap at all, things like that. Totally good with that. So try to make your bubble letters consistent and make sure that they are a good width. If it's too skinny, this will not turn out very good. Okay, after you have this step, you can go ahead and erase your perimeters. And then you can erase the inside of your letters. So you can erase those initial stick lettering. All right, after this point, what you're going to do is you're going to go look at your references and you're going to draw some monster characters. So I have included some references for you guys to look at. So here is one of the references. I have a bunch of monster letters for you. And then on the back, I have these monster letters for you. With these monster letters, this is just a reference. You're welcome to use these, but if you use them, I want you to make them your own a little bit. Don't just copy them exactly, make them your own a little bit, change them up, things like that. So go ahead and turn your normal bubble letters into monsters. Ready? Let's go. Okay, I have now transformed all of my letters into monster letters. You can still see that says Tim on here. It's kind of abstract. There's a lot of monsters going on. I completely just made this one up. I kind of made this one up as well. And then this one, I used this as a reference and kind of made it a little bit my own. But I really like how this turned out. After you are done creating your monsters, what you're going to do is we are going to create a brick background. We're going to do kind of some exposed brick. So let me show you exactly how to get that done. This is where you're going to need your ruler, but let me tell you the step-by-step of how to create a fake brick wall. So what we're first going to do is we want it to kind of look like a brick wall is kind of busting through the wall. So it's kind of an exposed brick. So what I like to do is I like to use my opposite hand to draw this part, because sometimes if I use my correct hand, it almost looks too planned out and you want it to look a little bit more organic. So what you're going